I had my heart set on quadruple tree. We were almost there. From Tucson, we're at the Bryant Pickle for the title matches of today's JBT event. It's the Arizona Invitational. Jakob Butturff from Vegas only has one loss. He's got to win one game to win $1,000 in his first major title, but he's got to get by the always tough Riley Dempsey. Riley's got to win 2 games. We're picking up action here in the 7th frame of game 1, and it's a good one here as Dempsey is leading by 23 pins, right? Both bowlers spare working here. Riley shooting in the 7th eventually because he's slower than dirt. That's all right. He's actually just takes his time. It's the normal kid that bowls fast. He bowls more like the adult bowler. She semi-is in this crazy bowling world that we have. Lots of loft right now. Yeah, nice shot tilting out that 10 pin. Bowled on the very demanding 2012 Nationals pattern. A lot of the bowlers that have bowled Nationals have come home and said that's the toughest National pattern they've ever bowled on. Miss right, it hangs right. Miss left, it takes off. And it really looks like the scores have gone up a little bit later on in the day as the bowlers finally carved out a little bit of friction further to the right so they could get in. Riley, again, using a lot of loft to overcome the sort of squirrely heads. Meanwhile, Jacob's had the left side mostly to himself, so he's doing that little voodoo roll he does so well, but he can find himself over 30 pins in the hole if Dempsey can strike here in the 8th. He likes it. But just didn't rotate. The ball hydroplaned right when he thought it was gonna... He really liked that. He thought that ball was gonna flip over, and it never did. Almost 210'd. Riley's beside himself with that result. Can't believe it. Ashley Lamb would have carried that. Ashley, our handicap winner, already over today. Youngest handicap winner ever. 5 years old. Look at it. Oh, okay. Earlier in the day, that would have just sailed on by, but a couple hours later. Hey, Giant Pickle, are you having a good time today?
Yes, I am.
Competitive day today. It took minus 106 to make the cut in scratch. That's the top 11 bowlers, so really indicative of how difficult they were. Riley had an exemption. Jakob had to earn his way in. No shock to anybody that he did. Using that urethane ball that he's made famous locally. That unbelievably flexible wrist, he kind of gets like a no-thumber rotation while still having the thumb in the ball. That's a combination that has proved awful deadly in the last couple of years. Likes to hook at it at the 610. Covers it up, still has that 25-pin deficit. If Riley wins this game, we hit the reset button, nobody ever sees this video, and we bowl one more game for all the wheat. Or maybe I'll post this video anyway, we'll see. When I'm having such a hard time getting these videos posted, I wouldn't count on it.
I can repaint the Giant Pickle. They're both left.
That one further left, and good shot. Just comes in behind the head pin. He's not happy with that 7 pin, but that ball was a good 3 or 4 boards further left. So by the time it hooked, even though it was right in the hot pocket, is what we call behind the head pin, that made the 4 pin accelerate around the 7 pin. That's how you leave a solid 7. Flattens it out, hard and straight at the 7. Good technique, good spare, but running out of time here. Riley can stay clean and shut him out. Jakob can max for 192. With only 1 strike, that back in the 5th. Riley can even open here and still stay in the lead in this match. And he doesn't want any part of an open right here. He's been clutch today. He wouldn't be here if he didn't double in the 10th frame to beat Brian Van Sickle a couple games ago in a really nice match.
Shot.
Yep. See how touchy these lanes are? He just oomphed that just a little extra, and it looked great at 50 feet and then crashed through the head pin at 55 feet. But he'll take a 610 out of that. Spare, spare. And bowl another one. Yes, they'll go to 13 next. should that happen. Riley also is going to go hard and straight at this spare. Almost a little backup ball. That is, boy, that's dead end over end on that one. That was pretty cool. All right, 8 miss. Just to put a worst case scenario there is 192, which would force Butturff to get all 3 to tie. So 9 on this ball's a winner. 8 and he'd need a stick. Anything less than 7, he'll need more than that stick. But there's been one flaw in this very talented bowler's game. Occasionally there's been some 10th frame issues. Just as often he's come through with the hits as well to win 14 titles. That's wide. Look out. Well, he's got a tactical decision to make here too. Again, if he gets the 2, he ensures at least a tie. That said, a washout is a really makeable spare, and then he doesn't have to worry about that. So what do you do here? What an interesting decision. If I'm on this lane condition, if I'm him, I'm really sure of the 2, and if you happen to make it, that's a bonus. But it is tough to get 3 in a row right now. Jakob's only had 1 strike in this match. So how likely is it that he's going to get all 3? I get the 2 here, because 7-1, you kind of give your opponent that extra little shot in the arm. And getting 2, it's really easy to make it getting 2. So a lot of time you'll hear high-level bowlers talk about semi-going for it, like if you leave a 6-7 or something like that. The bowler will on purpose make sure of the 6, but try and shave it just a little bit so you might accidentally make it. Similar situation here with the washout. Riley thinking about it just as much as we are. Making it would be exciting, but I don't know if that's his top priority right here.
3.
Ooh, wow. Well, that's the exact situation. He was making sure of the 2, which gave him a good chance of getting the 3 anyway. He kind of should have got the spare, actually. It's just one of those unfortunate washout breaks. And now Jakob, who has 1 strike in this match, and it's not on this lane, needs 3 strikes to tie. If he gets it, we'll have a 1-shot roll-off for the game. Again, Jakob needing to win the game to win the tournament. Anything less than 3 strikes here will go to another game for the title for $1,000. P.S. Really? Are you really going to set me up with that joke? P.S. At the end of my letters, I like to write P.S. This is what part of the alphabet would look like if Q and R were eliminated. Here we go. Oh, way left. Nope, no chance of getting back there. Why not play another? I think Jakob got a little protective on that one. He didn't want to come up high. That's what can happen on this difficult pattern. Whoa, hey, there you go. Might as well make it anyway. 13-14 crowd.
Cool.
Shift, move your butts. Everybody up. So, we'll decide it all on the final game of the Invitational coming up next.